West Monroe is proposing a new economic development district in part of the downtown area. Kenya Ross is here with all the details. Kenya?
Yes, Jennifer, at yesterday's Board of Aldermen regular meeting, West Monroe City officials introduced an ordinance to authorize a notice of intent to create the West Monroe Riverfront Economic Development District.
West Monroe City officials introduced the ordinance to create a riverfront economic development district in downtown West Monroe at Tuesday's Board of Aldermen regular meeting. The intention will be to levy a sales tax along the district. It would be set at the local riverfront from the Endom Bridge to the Flying Heart Brewing and Pub. West Monroe Mayor Stacey Albritton Mitchell says the funds generated within that district can only be used for economic development within that district.
So the area, again, it's a very small area from the Endom Bridge to the going north to the other side of Traps. It excludes the condos. It includes the property the city owns, because there will be a future building there renovated that we hope to get into commerce.
Mayor Mitchell says it all goes with the downtown master plan that had a lot of public input, and a developed riverfront was a priority of that plan.
The future amphitheater and stage that will go there, to go maybe with help with the renovations of the building that is located there, the historic building that is located on that property could go into the renovations there. Everything to get that area, create more economic development, which benefits everyone.
If this ordinance passes at the next regular meeting, the sales tax collection for those properties along the district will go into effect on October 1st. But before that meeting, they'll accept feedback from the public for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Jennifer?